If you've studied historical data on the destroyers of the Pan-Asian nation, you will have surely noticed that many of them previously served in the European, American, Japanese or Soviet navies. Indeed, the countries of Southeast Asia often replenished their navies that way in the first half of the 20th century. In World of Warships, we've given them unique characteristics that offer completely new gameplay and guarantee new experiences for our players. Allow me to introduce you to Tier 8 destroyer Siliwangi. After World War II, the USSR adopted a 10-year shipbuilding program that provided for the construction of more than 200 destroyers of new projects. While they were being developed, Project 30 was upgraded and put into production with the BIS postfix in order to replenish the Navy's fleet with ships of this type as soon as possible. From 1948 through to 1953, a total of 70 ships of this class were built, making it the largest series in the history of the Russian and Soviet navies. At the end of the 1950s and beginning of the 1960s, the USSR transferred 8 of these destroyers to the Republic of Indonesia, including Volevoy, which had previously served in the Pacific. That's why this ship that was named Siliwangi, after the legendary ruler of the Sunda Kingdom, an ancient country that once existed in the territory of modern-day Indonesia. I think it's rather pointless to look for common traits of Siliwangi and its forefather, same-tier Project 30 Soviet destroyer Volevoy. Of course, they are similar in some ways, but there are many differences. Siliwangi has the same twin 130mm artillery mounts with a reload time of 5 seconds, inflicts average damage compared to some of her peers, and has a slow turret rotation speed. To tell you the truth, the destroyer's main battery isn't very impressive, but it's good enough to finish off an opponent or fire from her smokes, which, by the way, are quite good. Siliwangi's smoke generator works for 30 seconds and sets a smoke screen that dissipates after 70 seconds. Its improved variant reloads in 100 seconds. It's quite easy to calculate that the destroyer is able to set a new smoke screen a mere 30 seconds after the previous one dissipates. Considering that the improved smoke generator has 5 charges, the ship can spend almost half of the battle hiding inside smoke screens. But that's only the beginning. Siliwangi's strongest point is her torpedoes. The ship is equipped with 2 quintuple tube launchers that fire deep water torpedoes. Yes, they aren't well suited to chasing an enemy destroyer away or spamming a key area. However, thanks to their speed of 61 knots and low visibility of 0.8 kilometers, they can be a true nightmare for other ship types. After all, their maximum damage is 17,933 points. At the same time, Siliwangi herself carries a very good hydroacoustic search consumable which can detect ships at ranges of up to 5.5 kilometers and torpedoes up to 3.75 kilometers. With characteristics such as these, the most obvious strategy for Siliwangi is to go hunting for battleships and careless cruisers. Don't fight for key areas alone though, and when you do make a push, your smokes and hydroacoustic search will be of great help. I'd also advise against engaging any enemy destroyers while alone. Your torpedoes can't harm them, and your relatively weak main battery won't be sufficient to fight off your opponent. Of course, you can always improve your ship and modify it to suit your playstyle using upgrades. Main armaments modification 1. Steering gears modification 1. Aiming systems modification 1. Propulsion modification 2. Concealment system modification 1. For a 10-point commander, we recommend learning the following: Priority Target, Last Stand, Survivability Expert, Concealment Expert. If your commander has 19 points, we recommend additionally learning Superintendent, Adrenaline Rush, Torpedo Armament Expertise, Routine Maintenance. According to legends, Siliwangi was a handsome and well-educated man who was talented in playing musical instruments and writing poems. He was a master of Pencak Silat martial arts and skilled with both sword and bow. Siliwangi defeated an evil sorcerer, dispelled his magic, built a palace in a single night, and brought grandeur and prosperity to his kingdom. So, having a ship with such a name is simply bound to bring you victory. Good luck, captains!